Okay, Larry, just showing you my diagram I got on the wall of your truck. I've been checking all these power points and getting power to all these sections. And you can see these little arrows that are on my wires. It's showing the direction of the power flow. All three of these fan relays are all getting power all at the same time. But the computer should be activating them with the ground only at certain criteria. So what I wanted to do is, I had a sneaky suspicion that your computer was grounding out when it shouldn't be. So what I did was, I took, over here you can see where it says C233. That's connector 2, number 33. On your car it would be the green connector to your computer. I took it off, I slid out the prong out of the connector harness and left it out, put it all back together so that the truck can run without that wire connected. And I was carefully taking it out. There's no cutting involved. It's all factory done. You release the little lockers to get it out. So I put it to the side with some black tape so I didn't touch anything, because that is live. There's 12 volts going to it all the time. This blue wire is what I'm talking about. See, it says dark blue, dark blue, dark blue. On this side of the computer it'll say dark green, and that goes to this fan. That's probably how it's activating the low, because right now only the low is coming on and the fan, the high is not, because I disconnected the high, and this, you hear see high right here. So what I did is I cut the wire. This is my test light. I don't know if it looked like a test light, but if my light lights up as it's connected to ground, that's a symbol for ground. If my light lights up, those fans are going to blast high. So when they did blast high, that tells me that your computer's already in a ground mode, and it's grounding them when they shouldn't, for some odd reason. So I'm going to show you on the truck what it is that it's doing. I gave you a brief description of how the power is coming down here. Once it gets to here on the computer, the power should just get here and stop. You can see where this little symbol is, that it's not crossed straight across, so it's not going to ground here. It's open. So it should remain open until the vehicle meets certain criteria to be able to use a relay to close this little bridge, and then it'll go straight to ground and it'll activate your fans. Well, since it's this right here, this is how your computer should be, with the little stem open. Right now, the way what your computer is doing, it's closed. It doesn't even have an open door. And this is also closed. So it's activating the system when it shouldn't be activated. Could be because of internal failure. Could be because maybe it needs a software update on the computer. I'm not really sure. You'll have to take it to the dealer to figure that out. So what I'm going to demonstrate to you on the truck. Follow me, please. How I figured this out. So I'm going to start the truck. And right now the fans are only running low. I have my test light connected to the ground of the battery. This is going to act like a voltage drop, as if it was the computer. And as soon as I touch that blue wire, you're going to hear those fans kick on even higher than what they are now. So let me start the truck, and we shall demonstrate. Be careful, it's going to be kind of loud. Okay, here's the dark blue wire I was showing you on the wiring schematic on the board. I got it taped up so I don't accidentally touch any metal or whatever. It's separated from the actual connector to the plug-in of the computer. So if you can hear, and you can see, these fans are on right now, but they're on low. As soon as I touch my test light to this blue wire, can you see it, baby? To this blue wire, I'm going to stick it in the tape and push it in, and you should see my light light up and the fans go faster. Look. There it goes. You hear that? So I'm doing a direct ground. I'm doing a direct ground to it to make those fans blow full blast like that. So as soon as I put this on, the computer's already going to be in a ground mode to turn those fans on full blast like that. So the computer is what's at fault. It's grounding out circuitry that shouldn't be ground out until it meets certain criteria. And so the dealer's gonna have to plug into it, check out the software, see if there's any discrepancies. If they do see discrepancies, then they're gonna have to reprogram it. If it doesn't take the reprogram, then it's gonna have to be replaced and the new one be reprogrammed. So it's gonna be pretty up there, but it's far more than what I can handle here. I'm not equipped to deal with the computer part here. So I'm recommending you take it to the dealer if you want it fixed, or just drive it the way it is. So, but always make sure that you hear those fans on, because if this eventually goes into a off mode and it doesn't turn your fans on, you're gonna overheat your engine. So that's probably why this guy sold you the truck, because he found out how much it was gonna cost and said, nope, I'm not doing that. So the diagnosis is the computer's in the ground mode when it shouldn't be. Everything else was checked out. The temperature sensor, the relays, everything works the way it's supposed to, except for the ground to the computer. So I just wanted to put it on video so that you had a full explanation of what's going on and what I did and how I figured it out. And that's that. So we'll see you later.